Welcome to r/slash Choosing Beggars, where a multi-billion-dollar corporation shames a small business for not giving them freebies. Needing an interior detail done? Need it to cost about $25. Thank you. And for my fans out there who like to listen to my videos without actually watching the screen, imagine that sanitation workers use the back of a minivan instead of a garbage truck to transport their garbage. That's basically what the back of this disgusting minivan looks like. So for this next post, a choosing beggar didn't get invited to a bachelorette party because, well, you'll see soon enough why. But after the choosing beggar complained, the bride finally gave her an invite. The very next day, the choosing beggar sent this email to the bride and all 17 women attending the bachelorette party. Subject: Vegas rules. Hi all, I'm really excited for our upcoming trip to Vegas. I think it'll be such a good time and we'll all finally get to bond. I know Vegas is known as Sin City, but despite this, I still have to uphold the moral code our Father inscribed in my heart. Due to this, I have some ground rules that I'd like everyone to follow. These will not only help me remain aligned with the church, but also keep us all out of trouble. Rule number 1. Sunday the 12th, I have found an appropriate church and contacted the pastor there explaining that we're from out of town, but we'd still like to attend services. Sunday at 7:15 a.m. we'll be Ubering to the church. I can't wait to share God with all of you. I think it'll be a nice way to cleanse us of our sins from that week. Rule number 2, in the hotel room, no hard liquor. I don't want people getting inebriated and falling from the balcony. Also, as this is my first time being of age and in an environment with prevalent drinking, I don't want to be tempted by these foul drinks. I'm not sure how I'll react to rum or tequila or vodka, and I'd like to test these in more controlled environments. Please stick to light beers and red wines. Rule number 3, there will be no sex taking place in our hotel rooms or anywhere in the suite. As none of us have committed ourselves to husbands yet, there's no need to have premarital sex. Rule number 4, please don't invite random men back to the suite. I do not see a need for them to be there or know where we are staying. I don't want to be robbed. Rule number 5, please Venmo me $50 each as I will be buying groceries for the hotel room. The last thing we need is to be famished in that desert heat. Rule number 6, absolutely under no circumstances, no drugs. Half of you currently work in positions that require you to have security clearances, and I do not want you to be tempted by these substances. Drugs bring nothing but problems. Blank, please leave your Adderall at home. I understand you have a medical condition, but as we will not be studying, there's no need for you to take your methamphetamines. I think that is all for now, but I am sure more will come as time draws closer. Can't wait to see you all. Respectfully and with courteous passion, Choosing Beggar. I would just like to point out that $50 times 18 people is $900 for groceries for a weekend. Let me hear from you down in the comments. How much of that $900 do you think is going straight into Choosing Beggar's pocket? Review 1 star. As a last-minute resort, me and my sister went to the Subway to get 63 foot-long subs for my grandson's confirmation party and had to wait for over an hour for the subs. Ridiculously long wait, and the lady who took my order seemed really annoyed with me. I feel really sorry for the random person who came into Subway after this choosing beggar and had to stand in line and listen to this woman complain for an hour. I run a small food service business. We've been in business for 3 years, and while it pays the bills, we ain't millionaires. Yet. We get calls from people all the time asking for free this and free that, and I've learned to politely decline. Yesterday, I received a phone call from one of the largest airlines in the country. Hi there, we're doing an end of the year ceremony for our employees, and I was wondering if you guys wouldn't mind offering some gift cards for the event. We want to help promote your business. I'm happy to offer you a discount coupon, or you're welcome to purchase gift cards from our website. I don't think we're able to make a purchase, but it's a great opportunity to promote your business. I'm afraid I can't help you, and I find it a bit disrespectful for a multi-billion-dollar corporation to call a small local business asking for freebies. Thanks for your time, click. Later in the day, I received a message via our Facebook page from another airline employee saying that I blew off the airline's company to promote us, and that they'd never be ordering from my company due to my lack of manners and rudeness. When I asked where she'd read it, she said that the woman had made a post from her personal Facebook account accusing us of lack of manners and rudeness. Really? This company just changed their policy so that any checked bag will now cost $30 extra. And I'm the bad guy for asking that they promote my business by paying for my services? If you really want to promote a local business, hire them. Don't come to them with your hand out, especially when your company has revenue in the double-digit billions. I think the only appropriate response would be, sure thing, but first give me free round-trip flights to anywhere I want on Earth. Think of all the exposure you'll get when I tell all of my employees that you're giving me this trip for free. Another thing, if I could ever meet someone I could consider marrying, that man will have to pay me to be a full-time mother. If I have to give up my hopes, dreams, and career to raise a child, my starting salary is $200K. I'm not going to have a financial loss. FYI, I'm trained in all areas of domestic life and have been offered $200K to nanny, plus weekends off and paid vacations. Definitely seeking the same deal to have my own children. Oh my god, $200,000 to nanny? Let's compare that obvious lie to some actual job postings for caregivers. We are looking for a caregiver in blank near blank for my beautiful aunt after a stroke. The person would need to be able to take 2 to 3 24 to 30-hour shifts each week. We are looking for someone that has a heart for others and would be blessed with $75 for each 24 to 30-hour shift. Possibly someone retired and lonely themselves. We know God can provide. We stock her kitchen weekly for meal preparation, and we are very active in her care. She is in rehab right now trying to learn to walk again. She will need someone that can help get her from the bed to wheelchair or potty. It would include healthy meal preparation, giving meds and vitamins, light housekeeping, and a list of therapies she is supposed to complete daily. The person must be patient and kind and preferably have some caregiving experience and ability to properly lift a person. I did the math on this and that comes out to about $2.50 an hour with a yearly income of about $8,000. That seems a little shy of $200K. Backstory, I have a good paying job and I'm able to go on vacations with my girlfriend twice a year if time allows us to. My girlfriend's cousin, the choosing beggar, is the definition of a bum and has never worked a day in her life. Not very long ago, my girlfriend and I were making plans to visit Asia for our anniversary. We're adventurous people and we enjoy going to new places. Dates were set, tickets were paid for, and we were both able to get our vacation days from our workplaces to allow us to go on our trip. I had everything planned and ready for us and we were both excited. A few days ago, Choosing Beggar came over to our house. She doesn't come over very often, so I figured that she was coming over to eventually ask for some cash or something like that, which she did. I gave her $100 because I know she's in a pretty bad financial state and figured she could use it to pay for some food and whatever other necessities she may need. While having a conversation with her, our anniversary plans came up and Choosing Beggars seemed very interested in all the little details and everything we had set up for ourselves. My girlfriend, in the midst of her excitement, didn't realize where this conversation was heading, but I could see it from a mile away. So I went to the kitchen and listened in on what the ladies had to say. My girlfriend mentions to her how we'll be traveling through Asia and hopefully visiting various countries and blah blah blah. Choosing Beggar responds to all that with, "Wow, you guys must be spending a lot of money on all this." We were, but it wasn't breaking the bank or anything, which is what my girlfriend explained to her. Everything's all fine and dandy until Choosing Beggar asks if we wouldn't mind her tagging along. I explained to her that this is for our anniversary, but if she really wanted to come, we wouldn't stop her, but she would have to book her flights and accommodations very quickly. Choosing Beggar then asks, "Can't you just book the flight for me?" which I tell her I can, providing that she is able to pay for her ticket and stuff. Choosing Beggars' face changes. I thought you guys would be paying for me though. I tell her that if we invited her with us, then I would have been more than happy to pay for her, but one, I wouldn't be inviting anyone else on my anniversary trip, and two, she asked to tag along, therefore she should pay herself. This does not sit well with her at all, and Choosing Beggar starts saying she's never been to Asia and turns to my girlfriend saying, "We're family. Why won't you help family?" No one says anything. I'm rather confused at the whole situation, and my girlfriend's face is getting red with embarrassment. Choosing Beggar takes this silence and says, "If we're going to do this though, make sure we're staying in nice hotels, and I want at least $700 to spend." As if her asking us to pay for her trip wasn't enough. I look at her with the most perplexed face and tell her that no one is going to be paying for her trip, especially when she's demanding so much spending money on top of the fact that we don't want her to come. I tell her that this trip would already cost us thousands of dollars for me and my girlfriend alone, so there was no way in heck I'd be willing to pay everything for her and fork $700 over for her to spend at her will. She loses her mind. "We just agreed that you'd pay for me." "No, we didn't." "You guys are so selfish." I politely and quietly asked her to leave and that this discussion was over, and reminded her that the only money she was getting from me was the $100 I gave her earlier. So much for being selfish. "You're kicking me out now? You're a freaking butthole. Girlfriend, I can't believe you got with this self-centered prick." My girlfriend finally breaks her silence and demands that she leave at that very moment and curses her for speaking about me that way. After a bit more fuss, Choosing Beggar leaves and me and my girlfriend have a bit of a laugh about it. We haven't heard a word from her since. You know, I've got to hand it to OP. He has way more patience than I do. If I were in his situation, I would have absolutely gotten the $100 back. Years ago, I moved across country, and one of the things I wasn't taking with me was a huge reclining couch. The thing was name brand, only a couple years old, and didn't have any stains or tears. Knowing my landlady had a sucky couch that her dog had chewed, I offered to leave it for her. Her response? "No, and if I find you've left it behind or put it in the dumpster, I'll be charging you a $100 disposal fee." Whatever, lady, I was just trying to be nice. So I went with easy choice number 2, a neighbor that, while I didn't like him much, also had a sucky couch. 3 weeks after moving, I got a letter from my landlady. No check, just a hand-typed invoice saying she was keeping my $800 deposit and that I owed her another $850. She dinged me for a bunch of nonsense with fantastic dollar figures. $400 for a cigarette burn and carpet from the Nixon administration. $300 for having a pet in a no-pet apartment. $175 for fixing a broken toilet, and $75 for a cracked pane of glass in a window. That was already more than my deposit, but she wasn't finished. The final item on the list was $700 to replace stolen item. I called her and left a message on her machine. "Hi Stacy, I've just gotten your letter and, well, it's garbage. My lease allowed pets. The carpet was old enough to have served in Vietnam, and the window and toilet were both documented." Stacy was apparently home because she picked up the phone at that point. "Your lease did not allow pets." "Sure did. I'm looking at it right now." "Okay, maybe it did." That's not what's bothering me most though. You're trying to charge me $700 for what exactly? Stolen what? "The couch you took." "My couch? The one you said you'd charge me to dispose of?" "That was a nice couch. I had to go buy one instead." You can't do that, Stacy." "Oh, are you going to fly back and sue me? Don't make me laugh." Didn't have to. As it turned out, my parents signed as guarantors on the lease, which meant they could sue. I eventually got a check for the whole deposit with "prick" scrawled in the memo line. That was r/Choosingbeggars, and this is r/puppy bloopers. Needing an interior detail done needed to cost. Needing an interior dog. Needing an interior detail done. Needing an interior detail done. Needing an interior Dog, please. Please, what do you need from me? Ruff, ruff, ruff. Needing an interior detail done. Needed. Dog, I'm begging you. You go, please. Needing an interior detail. You're lucky you're so cute, you know that? You're so freaking lucky. You're so cute. Otherwise I'd throw you out. You're so annoying. Okay. Needing an interior detail done. Needing an interior. Needing an interior. Dog. Needing an interior detail done. Needed to cost about. Oh God. Needing an interior. Dog. You wanna come cuddle? Come here. Come on my lap. Oh, you're getting so big. Okay. You gotta be quiet. No chewing on, no chewing on the microphone. No.